So let's talk about ancient Sonic fan games. Hang on, my controller's not even on. This one is Sonic Time Attack, and I think it came out around 2004 or 3, around that time period. I used to play it when I was, I think, 10, something like that. Kind of vague. I beat this entire game back then, aside from a few extras. It's a complete game. It has cutscenes, a whole bunch of levels, and a few mini-game type things. And for the time, it was really good. For the time. I would not recommend anyone play it right now, but I'm bringing attention to it because I think it's worth a remake. Like, the ideas, the presentation, it's all there, but the gameplay is just not. Also, in the upper left, you can see the link system that that some of you might know from Sonic Overture 95. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it from the most recent Sage event. Yeah, that's the one. And it started here. The link system, if you get a link of over 100 on every level, you unlock some extra stuff. I don't remember what. Also, that coin up there, that also unlocks stuff. What else? Throughout this level, you'll see a whole bunch of OC looking characters, at least down on street level. And I think those are all old members of the Sonic fan game community, or just forums in general. People who are, I think they're all people who are somewhat decently known. I recognize a few of them, but not a lot. And looking back through the credits, I really don't know these people. It's kind of funny seeing how many are just slightly modified sprites of existing characters. There's Act 1 of Slide City. Oh yeah, about about that. I might as well let you know about the story. I'm gonna start the game over. You know, I don't know what happened to the developer after this. Jamie Bailey. A lot of the people from the old times are just not around anymore. And I get it, it was literally 20 years ago. But it would be nice to see. Well, to see what they're up to. Anyway, the intro cutscene. Very interesting art. Eggman's reflecting on his past failures. But he has a plan. I mean, he always does, but this time, it's a plan. So that's the intro, and that's where Slide City starts. You saw Act 1, and I might as well go through Act 2 and 3. Well, no, just Act 3. Because Act 2 isn't really important in the grand scheme of things. But Act 3 has some story importance. So what happened in that scene is that Eggman went to the past. Well, I'm slightly confused about it because I know he does go to the past, but I'm not sure if that is past Eggman or not. I guess the game could be a little clearer, or I could have paid more attention before recording this. It'll make sense, don't worry. It's just me. So these are the citizens I was talking about. People who submitted their OCs to be put in this game. Hang on. The physics are really not good. Especially after the modern games, modern fan games, it's just... Okay, here we are. The tornado crashed, and we see that Eggman has captured Tails. This is a really cruel boss, because Tails is what hits you and damages you. It's like the music plant boss, but definitely more mean-spirited. Because at least in that one he's only captured, but not being used as a weapon. It's a very simple boss, of course, but I'm doing this for context for the next cutscene. You'll see in just a moment. I think you know what that means. Overkill. Now, I can't really tell which one was which, but I know he went to the past to do that attack, and now this is present day, where Sonic is fading from existence because of Eggman's tampering. And Eggman's returning to the present. And the rest of the game is basically catching up to him, getting to his base, and stopping the time attack. Good premise, I think. This isn't going to feel like a Sonic game if you decide to play it. But I think, for nostalgic purposes, it's perfectly fine. The animations are nice. And being a full-featured game back in 2004, very good. A full-featured, fully functioning game. Like, this was top tier back then. And I think it's the first game where I saw that you could curl after being on a spring. Very nice precedent. Now, not all the levels are this smooth, this quick and painless. Some of them are like vehicle mini games, and they control kind of badly, I will admit. I might do one of them just to show you, but for now, I think I'll play one act of each remaining level, because I want you guys to hear the music. Okay, so I used to love this one, Undisturbed Paradise. I really think that if this game were made by Noah Copeland or Overbound, someone with an understanding of classic Sonic, and the proper physics and everything, and level design to complement it, it would be really good. Hang on. Listen to that. It really feels like an undisturbed paradise. I think all the art assets are custom made, like specifically just for this game. So much work went into this. Okay, next level would be Crystal Caverns. This one's kind of a hassle. As you know, since underwater levels are kind of hit or miss. You hear that? Already starting off mysterious. Imagine this soundtrack remastered or remixed for the modern age. Again, this was 2004. Could you imagine? And now, with my current knowledge of fan games, and kind of a slightly behind-the-scenes understanding of it, it's like, what did these people do back then? Like, was it more or less complicated? Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Okay. I downloaded a few other old fan games. I might make this a series. Just going back over games that I miss from my childhood. Because that's kind of how I learned about Sonic fan games to begin with. Actually, I don't know the exact events, but I think it had something to do with me looking for Sonic 3 on PC, back when we got our first computer in 2002-ish. Yeah. And I stumbled on Sonic Fan Games headquarters. Oh no, I'm going back. Hang on. Okay, the next level was another favorite of mine. It's a hard one though. I keep choosing the wrong option and having to reset manually. The music here is great too. And the backgrounds, like, look at that. Imagine if it was animated and had parallax and just all that good stuff that we see now. And I want to see the same sprite art style, but scaled up and with more sprites. That would be so cool. Oh boy. If I could hear this remastered, man, I'm pretty sure this is original. I'm pretty sure almost everything is original here. I think you can tell that this would feel like a normal Sonic level. A few tweaks and it wouldn't really be out of place in a normal game. Some better enemy placement. And of course the physics. Also having multiple paths would help. Okay, that's Metal Hell. Next level, I think we only have 2 left. Resetting again. Oh, only 1 level. Time base. This is Eggman's base where he launched his attack from. Also, the bosses here, they're... well, you know how Superstars bosses are? Yeah, it's basically like that. A lot of waiting. But again, impressive for the time. The music here, it sounds dangerous. It kind of sounds like time music, you know? Like, you're in a hurry. Which you actually are. Not in-game, but like, Sonic is. Because, like I said earlier, he's fading from existence over time. I need some rings. There we go. Yeah, those are instant kills. They knew what they were doing with that checkpoint. Also, I feel like I should have mentioned this earlier, but I can't figure out a way to increase the resolution for this one. Because it was just made for those older small resolutions. So now we're stuck with 400 by 300, and I'm not sure how it's going to turn out on YouTube. Oh boy, I messed up, and I got lucky. Speaking of getting lucky, I'm really lucky that this game still works on Windows 11. because some of the old games don't. Some of them can't even be found anymore, which is actually kind of a shame. So that's Time Base. And now for... I'm not doing the final boss. I am not. I'll show you the ending cutscene. So that's the countdown until the time alteration is complete. The world after Sonic and Tails die. Like, actually die. But then Sonic does his own time attack. A reflection of the intro. Not reflection, but redoing. And then Sonic stops it before it starts. So cool for 2004. And Tails is back. He was literally 5 seconds away from losing. And that's that for the main story. Now, the credits are kind of lengthy, but I guess I'll use this time to talk a little bit more about it. There were a bunch of fan games I used to play. Like, I don't know if anyone remembers the Sonic Chaos series by... I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I think it's Atag Aksu. I'm butchering that for sure, because it wasn't an American name, a traditional English name. Don't know where he was from, but his website was Magic Graphics Entertainment, and it's been down for a few years, but you can still see it on the Wayback Machine. You can see the list of games he made, the ones that weren't finished, the remains of the forum. I go back sometimes just to relive some memories. I think a few of his games are still hosted on various websites online. My favorites of his games were, I think, Sonic Chaos Revolution and maybe Legendary Sonic Chaos. I'd have to go back and check. But I might do one of his games next. It's nice going down memory lane. These old games were hard because of how janky they were. And I beat them all. Well, most of the ones I played. I had a lot of patience as a 9-year-old. And 10-year-old. Oh, one more thing. You might see a name in the credits. Red XVI. He did the third Scape trilogy, which I also completed. I'm probably not going to complete all 3 games for this, because they were brutal, absolutely brutal, and janky, but so unique, and I want to highlight those at some point too. For now, this has been Sonic Time Attack. Thanks for watching, and take care of yourselves.
What's that on the screen?